Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for our Full Wider Insurance Agency talk with Coach Pedersen. And Coach, coming into this one 1-1 after a tough game Friday night, talk a little bit about just kind of how the team reacted to that hard-fought but coming up on the short end Friday night.
Well, it's a tough loss for me. No West Branch team likes to get beat, but sometimes you have to do that in order to grow as a football player, and I think that loss in the long run will be good for us.
Well, and I mean, you talked to me a little bit in the offseason that you're happy with this team. You're concerned if there's some depth issues because there's some inexperience. Unfortunately, we're starting to see some injuries creep in. How are some of these younger guys reacting to the opportunity that, hey, it's their time, they're getting called on a little sooner than maybe they thought?
Well, in a lot of situations, we won't even know. We had to find a new punter this week. We had to find a new kickoff guy. We had to find a new field goal guy. We had to find a new extra point guy. And so we don't really know until game night. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the exciting thing about coaching, though, is getting to see how these guys are able to respond. I mean, they're teenagers, so, I mean, they should be excited at these opportunities.
Oh, there's no question about it, and I think they are, and I think they'll bounce back, and I think they'll play real well. I think that we have to learn how to be more physical. We're not a very physical football team right now. Some of the kids are sitting back and a little soft, and they have to understand that in order to play high school varsity football, you have to hit somebody.
Well, I think we saw that last year against West Burlington. I think about right before halftime, it kind of clicked. And, I mean, you hope that that's going to be the case here. Look for some of those leaders that you've got on that offensive line especially to really kind of lead the way for this team heading forward.
Well, I hope so, and I think that we have to be balanced all the way around. I think we have to have special teams, offense and defense. And last game, we didn't have special teams. It was real simple. When Bo got hurt, we completely collapsed on our kickoff team, and that's been completely changed with a new kicker, and I think we'll do much better in that area.
Well, I mean, we talked about it. If you looked average starting field position, I mean, you can't put your defense at the 25-yard line twice to start the second half. And, they tried to buck up the best they could, but unfortunately we couldn't keep West Burlington out, and that really kind of swung the game in their favor.
Well, I think the defense actually played well except for a couple major mistakes on pass coverage, and we have to make sure that we take care of that. This guy's going to throw the ball a lot. We know that he's a great thrower. He likes to sprint out. He likes to throw to number 9, so we're going to have to make sure we watch those people and put a rush on these guys. They like a middle screen, so there's some things we have to work on with that we have been working on. So it's going to be a great football game.
Well, in Jesup, I mean, you come in, they're sitting 1-1, but a little deceiving because you watch that game film from last Friday night against North Lynn, and they had some bounces go against them as well. So it's a much better team than this record dictates.
Well, at the beginning of the year, a lot of the newspaper people around the area were picking Jesup to win this district.
And that's going to be key because, like you say, it is the district opener. Everybody's 0-0. I mean, you look at Friday, you learn from it, but now everything's washed clean. Basically, it's the start of a new season. How important is that for those guys to understand that, learn from it, but put it behind you and really move forward from this day forward?
I think we've got that across to them very well. We had we had an awesome practice, in fact, on Monday, and I think today's was pretty good despite the fact it's 95 degrees out here. But we're intense. We're getting after people. I think the coaches are coaching better. I think that we got all a little bit entitled with the success we've had in this program, and I think that that's been reawakened a little bit, and we're doing a better job with the kids, and they're listening a little more, too.
Well, I'm sure, Coach, that they're kind of like stallions ready to get at that race. They're just chomping at the bit, ready to get out there, and we're looking forward to it here tonight, back at it in district play. Thanks very much for joining us.
Well, we sure hope so, and we're going to do our best we possibly can. And, one of the things the community has to understand is that we are in a rebuilding mode. We are getting better each and every practice, and each and every game we're going to get better. But, the fans need to do the same thing. When you look into the bleachers and there's nobody left in the bleachers late in the fourth quarter, that's pretty sad. Especially from the standpoint that we've been pretty successful for quite a few years here, and we need to have people get behind this team, stay behind this team, and not be fair weather fans.
Looking for that to support, and hopefully good contingent makes the way hour and a half up to Jesup here tonight for the district opener as well.
Well, thank you very much.
That's Coach Pedersen, Full Wider Insurance Agency, bringing you this talk with the coach. We'll be back with more of the pregame right after this. This is the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.